Okay, hello. This is video part 4, and this is for group 4. So group 4, you are going to be working on voter registration, on candidates, not voter registration centers. You are going to be working on candidates. To find candidates, you go to content, click on content right here from the manage menu, and then you can filter here by profile, by candidate profile, and you will see all of the different candidate profiles that we have in the system right here. So now to work on candidate profile, you need to have the election result. So go under election results and then you open, say, for example, 2017 election result. And I'm going to start here with this name. So you can take the names one at a time. So I'm going to take this name, copy that, and I'm going to find that profile. So I'll search to see if I can find it. I couldn't find it like that, so I'm going to remove this and I'm going to search with just the first name. And yes, I was able to find that. And it looks like this person have only one profile because I don't see the B. Okay, so I have only one profile here. And this was Mary for CCP. So let me verify if that's the same person, CCP. Good. So I'm going to click, this is Mary for CCP. So I'm going to click edit here. It's already published, but I'm going to click edit to try to see if all of the information is there. So I'll say Mary and then Celo, and do I have a picture of her? Not right now. Election year details, I want to definitely make sure that I select here this and then 2007, and then she ran for parliament and for what party? CCP. And then I select CCP like that, right? And then I can go back. If I don't want to do this twice, I can go back here. I already found this. This is CCP, and I already found her. So I can go back and look at 2012 and see if I can find the same person. If they also ran in 2012. So they didn't run in 2012, so that's fine. So I found that, and I can then scroll down here and look if I have any other relevant information. Where did I get this information from? I received it from NEC, so I'm going to put NEC as my source, and then I'm going to just scroll and verify that everything is correct. And if everything is correct, I can then type here and say I have checked and verified this information using data from NEC. And then you can scroll and hit save. So this has been published and it has the correct information now. So next I'll go back on my list and I'll go back to my 2017 and I'll look for this other person. If you notice that most of the ones at the top are already published, you can scroll all the way at the bottom and start from the bottom. And make sure you divide this by in your group. So one person is working on one set and another person is working on another set. So let me do constituency 112. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to search again. And I was able to find this and it seems like it's already published as well. But let me edit this because there is some information there that's not right. This Toure, you want to make sure this is lowercase like that. And this person is male, this is fine. So they ran for office in 2007 for parliamentary and under APC. So let's verify that APC parliamentary for constituency 112. So what was the constituency 112? So this is all fine. So we can safely say this is fine. These fields that you see that says TBD, 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 you can ignore those fields. You don't have to put anything in those. They will be deleted later on. What's the source of our data again? I'll put NEC and then I'll hit save. So for the most part, I can probably safely assume that most of the data in 2017, 2007 is probably already published, but we need to check and verify everything. So this is also already published, and I can check this, click edit, and verify this information again. This is that. Harriatu is not a male, so this looks like MS. Harriatu looks like a female name. This Harriatu H2A, this is SLPP. So I will look here, what was the political party SLPP, the election year 2007, it ran for parliamentary, right? And then I can scroll down and verify the other information, make sure it's published, and then say it's from NEC, and then click save. And I can save that. So most of this seems like it's published, so I'm going to look for another example under 2012, and I'm going to scroll all the way at the bottom for 2012, and I'm going to look for 2012 election result. I'm going to look for Western area, so I'm going to take this name, and then I'm going to search for that name, and I found that that name is here twice, and that's a problem. We don't need it twice. So one needs review. Which one is the newest one? One is in needs review. One is the election result. That's fine. And this is the candidate. So we want the one that's a candidate. So it's not twice. So I choose the candidate one. And I check Mohammed Mahmoud Mosef Feka, male. And I need to ignore this and click here, add this. And then do 2012 and for parliamentarian and for what party. So let's verify the party was PLP. So I will type here PLP and choose the party. And then I can then check, was this is male and it's PLP. What else, what other information do I need? I change this to publish and I say this came from NEC, and I can then scroll here and say I have verified and can confirm that this information is valid, right? If you want to, you can do another Google search to find the picture of this person and like that, and say I want an image of that person and see if you can find them. But this is difficult sometimes because most of the time we don't know these people unless if you know them. If you know them, you can definitely look for them by name like that and find them. But since we don't know some of them, we can leave that alone. So I've verified this information and I can then click save here. And now I've saved that profile. I've published that profile, the candidate profile. Now if I check for it as a public user, I can then verify that this profile is in place by going into another browser like this and put the profile information, check, and I can verify that this profile information is published. If I want to check another profile, I can go back and choose this other profile, go back in here, and then go to content, and then go to content again, and search by name, and I can find this candidate profile, and if I click edit on this, I'm now editing this profile. But before I even edit that profile, let me try to see if I can access that profile as a public user. If I try to access that profile as a public user, I will not be able to access it because it has not been published at this time. So I'm going to put that in, and you can see Jibril Toure has not been published. So now I'm going to edit that, and see Jibril Toure was PDP. So what do we have in the data? Jibril Toure PDP. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I select election year here. I do 2012, and I do parliamentary, and I do PDP. Let me verify that. It was PDP, constituency 112 again. I choose the constituency here, 112. 112 is the constituency. And then that constituency is in what district? So let's see, constituency 1112 is in Western Area Urban. So I have to choose here Western Area Urban as the district. And then verify everything else. My source is NEC, and scroll down, and then I can say uh, these details have been verified. So now I can confirm these have been verified, and then I can scroll and change this to published and then save it. So I have now saved that. If I go back to my previous view and I refresh, I can see now that the information is available to the public. So that's how to edit the profile information. How do you edit and publish volunteer profiles? So for volunteer profiles, I expect every volunteer to add their profile. So I'm going to look here first, and then I'm going to look for volunteer profiles, and then click on this. Now from here, I can find all the different volunteers right here, right? So based on this information, I can see if they are published or not. So I'm going to look at mine, for example. I'll click edit on this, and then I can add information about myself. So I put here my first name and the team member here. Team member category, the management, and my subtitle is basically chief volunteer. And in your case, you will just put volunteer. And for the picture right here, you can actually, my picture was supposed to be here. I'm not sure why, so I'm going to remove that and try to select another picture. And I'll put my name and search. It looks like I have a picture here, but it doesn't look like it's quite correct. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to re-upload my picture. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. So let's see here. I'm just going to search on my computer to see if I have a picture somewhere here. Uh, Let me see if I have a picture of myself somewhere here. Hmm. Okay, it looks like I have a picture somewhere here. Let me see if that's a good picture. I'm just going to take that picture for now, upload that, and I'm going to type my name here and then save. And now you can see my picture is showing up. This is my Facebook profile, this is my Twitter profile, this is my LinkedIn profile. And here I typed information about myself that I want the public to know about me. And slide and everything else, you can leave that. And once you do all of this, feel free to just hit save and keep published. So I can save this and keep it published. So now my profile is available. And if I click on it, people can then view my profile. If I click on it like this and go to my profile, you can see my public profile is available here. If I go under that and I go to technical team, you can see that my information is here now showing up on that technical team, right? So that's what you have to do for each one of the member profile. Find the member profile, edit and add the information, and then save it. If you don't have a member profile for someone, you need to create a new one. To create one, click on add content and then scroll and choose the option to add candidate profile, and then fill out the form and just add the details. Make sure you select not the candidate, sorry, I choose the wrong one here. Make sure you choose volunteer profile, and then from here you add the name. Like that, you put the first name of the volunteer, and then you can choose volunteer in this case, and then subtitle here you put volunteer again, If you have a picture, upload the picture, put their Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn profile, type something about them, and then hit save, and that will be done. Okay, so thank you.